if Darius is alone in public, we have a problem, because that means that either he has eloped away from home, school, the mall, wherever he is, or something has happened to me or the person who was looking at them at the time. The thing about parents and caregivers when they are out in public with an individual with autism or special needs, they know the signs. I know Darius. I know that there's a possibility he might want to take off his shoes. He might want to take off his shirt. He might want to take off his pants. And I look for things. I'm always watching him. I know that, once in a while, he might feel uncomfortable. He might try to adjust himself because it's natural, because he's a man, and you know what comes with that. Anybody, females be different. We have a little itch, and it's sometimes you may have a little itch, from your body wash or anything like that. That's why I use fragrance-free body wash, because that all that dyes and parabens and stuff like that is not good for your Gina. But that's not the story. I got sidetracked a little bit. So we all know that. But see, the thing is that I'm always watching Darius. So I walked away from the table to get a drink for him. And I didn't even know he did that until I saw it on the internet. And my thing is, he's not gonna whip it out, whip it, baby, whip it good. No, he was gonna whip it out. He was just adjusting himself. He's just not gonna whip it out. Like, he has come that far that he knows that he doesn't whip it out in public. He knows that, And there's a lot of things I don't talk about autism and things that he goes through, especially during puberty and pre-puberty, because there are things that he is a man, and there's some things you do have to teach them, but it's because it's natural. He still doesn't understand what it's for. He doesn't understand that stuff, and people got to understand that people with autism don't understand certain things. Some people with autism, they do. There's people masking, blah blah blah. Darius cannot mask. Darius is who he is. You cannot teach them. If I try to teach him that, it's not going to connect, because he doesn't. It's just a body part to him, and it's natural. Adam and Eve, they were running around nude. That's the way it was supposed to be. But what happened, and here we are, if you believe. But that's all good. Like, no one, if he does it in public and someone calls the cop, I'm there to protect him. That's my job. That's my role as his mother. I'm his protector. And he's not going to pull it out and start chasing people or flashing people, because if he whip it out, I'm right there. He's going to whip it back in, because someone is always watching him. And if he's out with somebody else, they know, you tell another person about your child, or he does this and this, that, and the other, and you have to watch out. That's what we do. What do I supposed to do? Keep them inside the house, lock them away? You cannot. With autism, you have to expect the unexpected, and that's what we do. So everybody's all upset and calm down. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. He's not a flasher. He's not